You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Sandy, your host. Today, we're continuing with our 10-part series, The Stoic, Lessons in Leadership and Life. Today, we're focusing our lens on Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman emperor who ruled from 161 to 180 AD. He was born on April 26th in Rome, Italy. He came from a wealthy and influential family because his father was a prominent senator. Marcus Aurelius received an excellent education, studying under the best tutors of the time. He was particularly influenced by Stoic philosophy, which had a profound impact on his thinking and actions. Before becoming emperor, Marcus Aurelius held various public offices and military positions, gaining valuable experience in governance and leadership. He also served as consul and co-emperor with his adopted brother, Lucius Verus. Marcus Aurelius had 13 children, but only a few survived into adulthood. His most famous child was Commodus, who succeeded him as emperor. One of the most significant mentors in Marcus Aurelius' life was the Stoic philosopher Junius Rusticus, who we'll learn more about tomorrow. Junius introduced Marcus to philosophy and guided him in adopting Stoic principles in his role, and sought to instill in him the values of wisdom, justice, and virtue. While Marcus Aurelius is generally regarded as one of the most respected Roman emperors due to his philosophical wisdom and governance, there are indeed some controversies and criticisms associated with his reign. Here are some of the chief criticisms and failures often attributed to Marcus Aurelius. The first is his military campaigns. Despite being known as the last of the 5 good emperors, Marcus Aurelius faced criticism for his handling of military campaigns, particularly during the Marcomannic Wars. The Marcomannic Wars was a series of military conflicts fought between the Roman Empire under the leadership of Emperor Marcus Aurelius and various Germanic tribes along the northern border of the empire between 166 and 180 AD. These wars were particularly challenging for the Roman force due to the fierce resistance put up by the Germanic tribes and the prolonged nature of the conflicts, which strained the resources and manpower of the empire. While Marcus Aurelius is generally praised for his Stoic leadership during these tumultuous times and for ultimately stabilizing the frontier, the protracted nature of the wars and the heavy toll they took in terms of lives lost and resources expended tainted Marcus's legacy. Some critics argue that his expansionist policies during this period contributed to overextension of the empire and set the stage for future challenges, while others point to the hardships faced by the Roman people as a result of these conflicts. The Marcomannic Wars, in many ways, cast a shadow over Marcus Aurelius' reputation as a wise and effective ruler, showcasing the complexities and difficulties of governance during his reign. Another thing that he was criticized for was succession planning. It was related to his choice of successors. It is often argued that he made a grave error in appointing Commodus as the heir, as Commodus' reign was marred by corruption, incompetence, and violence, leading to the gradual decline of the once mighty Roman Empire. Administrative failures. Some critics point out that Marcus Aurelius' Stoic philosophy, while admirable in theory, made him less effective as a ruler in times of crisis. His tendency to prioritize philosophical contemplation over decisive governance has been seen as a shortcoming that may have contributed to some of the challenges faced during his rule. And then there was the persecution and repression. While Marcus Aurelius is generally seen as a benevolent ruler, there were some instances of persecution and repression during his reign, particularly against Christians. His support for traditional Roman religion and suppression of dissent have been criticized by some modern historians, and also his economic policies. Some scholars argue that Marcus Aurelius' economic policies, including debasing the Roman currency, contributed to economic instability and a decline in the later years of his reign, undermining the empire inspires long-term prosperity. It's important to note that historical figures like Aurelius are complex, and their legacies can be viewed from different perspectives. While he is widely admired for his philosophical writings and attempts to uphold virtue and governance, he, like all leaders, was not without his flaws and shortcomings. Marcus Aurelius is perhaps most renowned for his philosophical writings, particularly his work known as Meditations. This collection of personal reflections, written during his military campaign and rule, offers profound insights into Stoic philosophy, ethics, and the nature of human existence. Studying Marcus Aurelius' Meditations can provide valuable leadership lessons that are still relevant today. Here are a couple of leadership lessons gleaned from the text. Number 1, finding strength. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That comes from Book 8, Passage 8 in Reflections. Emphasizes the importance of self-control and focusing on what is within one's control. Number 2, believe in yourself. Nothing happens to anyone that he cannot endure. Book 7, Passage 24. Encourages leaders to approach challenges with resilience and composure. Number 3, be the change. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Book 10, Passage 16 highlights the importance of embodying the values and principles one wishes to see in others. Number 4, rise to challenges. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Book 5, Passage 20 encourages leaders to view obstacles as opportunities for growth and improvement. Number 5, care about people. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Book 2, Passage 1 reminds leaders to approach interactions with understanding and empathy because everyone's going through their own war and battle. Number 6, the time is now. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors. Book 8, Passage 47 encourages leaders to stay focused on the task at hand rather than being distracted by external factors. Number 7, seek continuous improvement. Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to live. The inescapable is hanging over your head while you have life in you, while you still can make yourself good. Book 4, Passage 17. The passage emphasizes the urgency of self-improvement and moral growth, reminding leaders to seize the present moment, to cultivate virtue and goodness in their thoughts and actions. It reinforces the idea that personal development should be a continual process driven by a sense of purpose and recognition of life's transient nature. Number 8, accept change. Frightened of change? But what can exist without it? Book 7, Passage 18 encourages leaders to embrace change and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. And number 9, practice gratitude. Receive without pride. Let go without attachment. Book 8, Passage 33. This passage emphasizes the importance of maintaining humility and detachment in receiving blessings or achievements and letting go without clinging to material possessions or outcomes. It reflects the virtue of gratitude by encouraging individuals to appreciate what they receive without arrogance and to release attachments to outcomes beyond their control. And lastly, number 10, stay grounded. Forget everything else. Keep hold of this alone and remember it. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant. Book 2, Passage 14. It encourages leaders to stay grounded in the present moment and to appreciate the fleeting nature of life. Seeking ancient wisdom to apply to modern day challenges is a valuable practice for leaders seeking to enhance their leadership skills and navigate the complexities of today's world. Drawing insights from texts like Marcus Aurelius' Meditations allows leaders to tap into timeless principles that have stood the test of time and remains relevant even after centuries of scrutiny. Ancient wisdom offers a reservoir of knowledge, experience, and philosophical perspectives that can provide valuable guidance in addressing contemporary leadership challenges. Leaders can gain insights into enduring virtues such as resilience, empathy, self-discipline, and continuous self-improvement. These virtues are foundational to effective leadership and play a crucial role in driving sustainable growth to you, your teams, and overall organization. Especially when navigating complex situations and decisions, a different perspective can help broaden your thinking beyond the confines of current trends and conventional wisdom. It encourages critical reflection, contemplation, and introspection, which are essential practices for effective leadership in an era like ours, marked by rapid change and uncertainty. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Do This First. You can also read a full transcript of this podcast episode and all 156 podcast episodes and counting on my blog, DoThisFirst.life. You can also sign up for my new weekly newsletter, which will help you get your week started on a positive note, and updates on coaching, books, merch, and my public speaking engagements as they become available. Tomorrow, we'll unpack installment number 9 of our 10-part Stoic Lessons in Leadership and Life series. Till tomorrow. Moving past the